The Spoiled Sister. Part 2 months passed since Sophie got her part-time job at the boutique. She had grumbled through every shift at first, constantly complaining about rude customers, long hours, and the injustice of it all. But slowly something began to change. She stopped whining as much and started coming home with a sense of accomplishment. She even started talking about how she was saving up for her dream car. One afternoon, while Sophie was folding clothes at the boutique, her manager, a no-nonsense woman named Claire, approached her. "Sophie, you've been doing a good job lately. I noticed how you've been handling customers better and even helping out the new hires. I'm going to bump up your hours if you're interested." Sophie blinked. A few months ago, the thought of more hours would have been a nightmare. But now, she realized she actually kind of liked it. She nodded. "Yeah, I'd like that." Claire smiled. "Good. You're shaping up to be one of our best employees." That night at dinner, Sophie excitedly shared the news with her family. Emily watched as her parents smiled proudly at Sophie, realizing for the first time that maybe her spoiled little sister wasn't so spoiled anymore. She was working hard, and for once, earning what she wanted. A few weeks later, Sophie proudly came home with a set of keys in her hand. "I did it," she announced, beaming. "I bought the car!" Her parents, who had been so strict about her earning the money herself, clapped and hugged her. Emily joined in, a smile tugging at her lips. Sophie had worked for months, saved every paycheck, and now she was standing in the driveway next to a shiny red convertible. But what surprised Emily most wasn't the car. It was Sophie's attitude. Gone was the tantrum-throwing girl who expected everything handed to her. Sophie had matured, and Emily couldn't help but feel proud. As Sophie took everyone for a ride in her new car, she turned to Emily and said, "You know, I really didn't get it before. I thought having things handed to me was just how life worked, but now it feels way better knowing I did this on my own." Emily nodded, genuinely impressed. "You earned it, Sophie. I'm proud of you." From that day on, Sophie was different. She still loved nice things, but now she knew the satisfaction of working for them. And the bond between Emily and Sophie grew stronger as they both learned from each other. Emily, the responsible one, and Sophie, the once spoiled sister who had grown into a more self-reliant version of herself. Life had changed for the better, and Sophie's journey from spoiled to responsible became something they all laughed about, looking back on those old days of tantrums and over-the-top demands with a sense of humor and pride.